I'd like to ask the three panelists to give us a few more examples of how you intentionally use the technology that you need to access the kinds of resources that enable you to flourish as people with disabilities, rather than people who are trying to become non-disabled.
I'm not someone who has disability as an identity at present, but who was born disabled. And it's interesting to me in terms of conversations about disability, where folks often think about how disability is always in the future. And that, of course, is always a possibility. And yet it's also a part of my past. And it has shaped my habitual embodied way of being in the world. And how I think about myself and how I think about relations with others. So I think of myself as situated between, which is one of the things that I was trying to underscore in the in what I said. But in terms of technology, I mean, if I think about sort of the square piece of plywood that my uncle made with wheels on it, that's something that I loved throughout my childhood. It was something that enabled me to get around really quickly and to run away from people by rolling really fast. Out of the reach of adults, but much faster than I would have been able to do if I crawled or something like that, which I couldn't do. But in terms of thinking about limping, swaggering, and technology that has been really important, I think shoes are incredibly important. Shoes for gendered reasons, shoes for supportive reasons, not being able to choose the shoes that I wanted. And that was a part of my gender identity as well, that was rendered invisible in that moment, which was also about disability. But for me, part of walking or navigating in the world is also about doing so in ways that defy gendered and abled expectations of embodiment.